man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the best damn sports podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports podcast. I am Brie Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
What's up?
What's going on?
It's another week.
It's
really dreary here in St. Louis.
I know, it's real rainy outside.
It's becoming fall.
Yeah.
I mean, because when fall first hit, it was kind of warm still. We didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But now it's really fall. I'm here for the change.
You know, I got my hoodie on, you know.
It's hoodie season. I got my long sleeve on.
Okay. Oh, what your shirt say what?
Woke. It says working on knowledge and equity.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
But it's a new season, a new week, new episodes. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, we kind of gonna discuss some
things passed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, you know, we got to talk about it. I mean, I got to hear it from our perspective, right?
Right, and it's still kind of relevant. Okay. Because, you know, it kind of just happened.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, it's still kind of fresh, I guess.
It's still fresh in my mind. I'm still leaving off the high.
Right. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
See? Yeah. So what's first on the docket?
All right, so we got Dak's injury. That was a big story.
You saw his ankle?
I saw his ankle.
It kind of gave me the flashback of
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward and his ankle, because I watched that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So I didn't watch Dak's, but I know what happened, and so I saw a picture of it after the fact. Mm-hmm. Oh man, wishing that man a speedy recovery.
Man, speedy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it occurred while he was tackled by the New York Giants defensive back Logan Ryan. Mm-hmm. It was on the 9-yard run with 6 minutes and 33 seconds to play in the third quarter. Yeah, he was in tears. You know,
I know.
When that happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I know that kind of hurt him.
They gotta hurt
because I mean they not really playing, you know, up to par. So I mean, they need him, I guess.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like, I think most athletes know this comes with the game, in whatever sport you may play. Like, you are prone to injuries.
Injuries gonna happen.
But it still just sucks when it happens. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know it could happen, whether it's a concussion or whatever.
Right.
It's in your mind like, oh, this can happen, but like when it happens, it's just still a shock. And for his to be like what his is, mm-hmm. you have to go through like therapy. They got to put it back in place.
You gotta be out for a minute.
He out for the rest of the season.
For 6 months of rehab, 4 to 6 months of rehab.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was sent home. He was sent home from the hospital that following Monday morning. So like, as soon as that happened, they rushed him straight to the hospital to, you know, get that fixed or whatever. So he's on the road to recovery.
On the road, but
he definitely gonna be out the rest of the season. Like, ain't no way.
It's no way. And he might be out at the start of next.
Probably.
Like, he may not play
depending on
yeah. Like, he may not play in those preseason games, or even do any of the like training camps. Like, you just like, cause it's an ankle. You walk. You have to.
You gotta run.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm wishing him a speedy recovery, because like, you don't want that to happen to anybody. Cause that's scary.
Yeah.
That's very scary.
But the Cowboys, they did sign a veteran quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, from the Browns practice squad. So, I guess we'll see how that go.
I mean, and sometimes bringing on somebody who's a vet that they can bring in, like, you know, like veteran experience. But you still gotta see how they go,
right?
Because it's a team. Like, just because you're a vet and you're coming in, that doesn't mean like you gonna gel well with this particular team. So we just gotta see how it goes for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So,
now we got to talk about this whole bubble situation in the NFL.
They need to adapt the bubble quickly.
First of all, let's give a shout out to the WNBA
and the NBA,
the women's soccer league, I believe, and the NBA. Mm-hmm. Like zero, like
went the whole bubble in not one case.
Yes, so
which lets you know it can be done. if you do it correctly. Like, you can still play your sport and give the fans what they want. It doesn't have to be like you can do a bubble and still be effective.
Yeah, but I guess like some team or some like, coach and staff and all that, I guess some people more concerned about the players' mental health, while being in a bubble. Because, we already saw PG going through it. Okay. We already saw him go through it. So I guess like they just worried about.
Was that his excuse?
I don't know.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions.
I don't know.
I'm just asking questions. Was that was that his reasoning? Like, for not stepping up? I'm just asking the question.
I mean, look,
because if that's the reason, okay.
Well, yeah. So, that's I guess what their, that's their concern is, players, trying to deal with being in a bubble.
Okay, so I get that the bubble started when? July? The season's just ended at the start of this month. I get that you are away from like family. If you have a spouse, your children, parents, probably, all of that, I get it. But if you all agree to participate and still finish off the season, you have a job to do. So you come to so you came to the bubble with that mentality of, I'm here to finish out my job. Mm-hmm. I'm here to make it to the playoffs. Once you make the playoffs, I'm here to get to a championship. Like, that was your goal of doing the bubble. It's to finish off the season and win a championship still. Whether you and granted, I get that it probably wasn't the best of circumstances just to be in a bubble the whole time, but you knew that when you signed on.
Right.
So
you have the option to play or not.
Yeah. You had the option to play
players,
or not.
Obviously, some, took the time to be with their family.
And some didn't want to play.
Right. So that's just the sacrifice you got to make.
Right. So if you agree to play, I don't think blaming the bubble on... I'm not going to say that's what he's doing on PG, but to even mention that, I don't think that's fair. Because you had the option to play or to not play, and you decided to play. So with that in mind, you come with your best foot forward, and you just didn't do it. That's the bottom. That's just how I look at it. But overall, I think the bubbles were very successful.
Oh, of course.
I feel like the other leagues, such as the NFL, that they can learn from that, because the NFL is not in a bubble, and they are constantly picking up cases.
Yeah, so Tennessee Titans is the latest
NCAA is
outbreak. Oh, real? Okay, yep.
Yeah.
So they had to cancel a few NFL games,
Which is crazy. Just adapt the bubble. They can even do it how hockey did it. Now hockey wasn't, like a consistent, like, no cases, but it wasn't as many as we are seeing currently in football. You can even do a 2-hub city, like that worked for the NHL. Mm-hmm. Like, you can do that, but to have like nothing in place and you still traveling from stadium to stadium,
right? That's
crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And we're in a pandemic still.
Yeah. So I highly doubt that they were going to do
I doubt it. It's football.
So,
it's football. I'm not expecting much from it. I don't.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, though. Like, you would think, like, if you saw how successful a bubble was for this particular league, oh, let's try that. No, it's the NFL. You don't really... you take what they give. They really aren't the best anyway, so you just take it as is. And they're allowing fans.
They are,
which is crazy to me.
It's not a smart idea.
Baseball didn't even allow fans. They aren't even allowing fans.
Right.
That's crazy. And baseball is traveling still.
Yeah, they are. They had their fair share of cases.
Yeah, they've had their fair share.
But not as many now, obviously, because it's less.
It's less teams. Yeah. But my thing is that football is allowing fans. Mm-hmm. That's what's mind-boggling. At least baseball had the thought to have like cardboard people as fans, but you are allowing actual people just to come and sit in your stadium.
Oh, y'all that money hungry?
Really? Is it that big of a? Okay. Okay.
All right, so we got to move on to Le'Veon Bell real quick. As you all have heard, he was released from the New York Jets, and the Kansas City Chiefs picked him up for a 1-year contract, 1-year deal. So, yeah. I
mean, I don't know why he was let go, but it happened overnight. It was like in the middle of it wasn't like late at night, but the tweet came through like pretty late that he had been let go.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, what's this?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's a veteran. So hopefully they'll add some,
if he's going to the Chiefs, like that's a positive for them. Like they picked up like somebody that's gonna be dope for their squad.
Right. So Le'Veon Bell, he will have to go through like 5 days of COVID-19 testing before he can join the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So he won't be able to play. He wasn't able to play the Monday. Well, today actually. When the Chiefs play the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah. So,
I mean, it's always kind of like a downer when people get cut, but then you be excited for them like when they get picked up by somebody else. So even though he was cut from one team, like somebody else saw your talent and they want you, and it's a Super Bowl championship team. Hey,
it might be in the running the repeat.
Hey, there's no complaints on his end, I'm sure. It's no complaints. It's none.
All right. So we got to get on to the WNBA and the NBA.
Turn up.
Okay. So first of all, let's get into the WNBA. Congratulations.
Are in order.
And they are in order for the Seattle Storm.
Yes. They are the 2019-2020 WNBA champions. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to them. Shout out to veteran Sue Bird.
Yes.
Listen, if you don't know who Sue Bird is, where have you been?
I don't know where you been.
I'm finna run down her resume a little bit.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Run it down.
Sue Bird is a 2-time NCAA champion with the GOAT school of UConn.
Ha. Okay.
She is a 4-time Olympic gold medalist with USA women's basketball. She is now a 4-time WNBA championship winner. She's the oldest player in the WNBA.
Okay.
This is her year 17 and she's still playing at a high efficiency.
Sounds like LeBron.
Like LeBron.
Her and LeBron both won their 4th title in year 17.
Okay.
Like GOAT status.
Sue Bird is, when you think of point guards, I know people never think of the women. Sue Bird is up there. Her ability to see the court and the assists that she makes. Oh, she has, listen. She is.
To my understanding, she actually, started in soccer, wanted to play soccer, but ended up playing basketball.
Yeah. And her girlfriend is Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah.
Already lit.
Okay. Already won a title. So they both champions. Okay.
So, congrats to the Seattle Storm, and shout out to Breanna Stewart. She is now a 2-time WNBA champion.
Yep.
And she is also, she was the playoff series, the MVP for the finals. If you don't know who Breanna Stewart is, again, you're under a rock. She is also a 4-time NCAA champion with Connecticut. She is a 1-time Olympic gold medalist. Come on now. The WNBA is producing athletes.
Talent.
Straight talent. I'm proud of them. Congrats to them. I know
it's been tough for them being in a bubble, but they showed up and did what they had to do. Okay? Yeah. They ripped hard for the cause.
For every cause.
Okay.
For every cause.
And I'm proud of them,
Yes. that they get this break.
Yeah.
I know some of them may be going off to like Europe or whatever, like for like their like out the country season.
Well, if they want
to. I'm not sure if I think other countries are playing. I'm not too sure, but like if they go, they are going over there for those. I doubt Sue Bird is going. Like, you know, she could probably. I'm sure she's going to rest until the next season starts next year for them. But shout out to them. Y'all played through a pandemic and in a bubble, so shout out to y'all.
Now, WNBA related. I want to talk about Avery Bradley. So he plays for the Lakers. He didn't play this season,
right?
Because his child is, already. Got an illness or ailment or whatever, so he wanted to stay home. But he and his wife actually they reached out to the WNBA and the Players Association to see if they needed any assistance with supplies, to help the mothers that were playing. So I thought that was amazing for him and his wife to do. They donated about $30,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool.
That's what's up.
So yeah, they bought. It was included like video game consoles, playpens for the kids, art supplies, coloring books, stuff like that for the kids.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
And board games, books, ping pong tables, bounce house, all that good stuff.
Shout out to them. I applaud stuff like that.
Yeah. And several players have actually, Kyrie, actually,
already donated.
Yeah,
earlier. Here's the thing: the NBA players, they have no problem supporting the WNBA. They actually support them. It'd be the people who have never
the fans,
trolls,
the trolls
who have never probably even stepped foot on a court, who talk the most stuff about the WNBA. Who talk the most stuff when if you watch a WNBA game, they are the better. It's like they're more skilled.
I mean, they have to be.
They have to be. It's because I always say they play below the rim. So it's not the it's not the theatrics of a lob or alley oop or the dunks. They play below the rim, so it's team ball.
Right.
That's exactly what basketball is supposed to be anyway. So. Shout out to WNBA. Like, y'all had a great season. They are always, in my mind, first anyway when it comes to supporting causes. And so they were always first and forefront with the causes like they have been happening during like the latter of 2020 anyway.
Right.
So shout out to them for that. Great season. Congrats to the Storm once again.
And shout out to the Las Vegas.
The Aces.
Yeah. So shout out to them too.
And Aja Wilson, she was the MVP for the season. Dope player as well. Listen, just come back harder next season and try to make it all the way back. So shout out to them. And I like Sue Bird a lot just because like she is really close friends with my other favorite WNBA player is Diana Taurasi. Listen, two GOATs. I just want to meet them one day. I think that'd be.
Hey.
I think that'd be lit.
Put that in universe.
In the atmosphere.
All right, so
NBA.
Yeah, your 2020 NBA champs goes to
the Los Angeles Lakers. Shout out to the Lake Show, Laker Nation. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
A whole decade.
A whole decade. It's been 10 years. So here's the thing. It was very bittersweet.
Very.
It's very bittersweet. I was excited for the championship. They fought hard. They played through a bubble as well. It's just bittersweet because like it's kind of, I feel like you said it as well. One, I think they were robbed from winning like at Staples because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then also like Kobe isn't here.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the
witness, yeah.
Yeah.
But they they won in game 6, so they would have been in Miami when they won. So, I mean, still.
True.
Still, still they didn't have the chance to play in the Staples Center for the fans to witness it. So.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But before we get to their accolades, let's talk about this Miami Heat team.
Oh, let's.
Jimmy Buckets. Sir, you have earned, if people did not respect you as a player or give you...
Or respect the buckets that you've been...
Or give you the props you deserve before this particular season and this finals or this playoff series as a whole, you've earned that.
Yes.
The way that you played in Game 5, because the Lakers, if you know, before Game 5, the Lakers had never lost in the Kobe jerseys.
Yeah.
They lost in Game 5 of the finals in the Kobe jerseys. Jimmy Butler played 47 of 48 minutes. That man was tired. It's a photo of him leaning across the little railing. Listen, Jimmy Butler, sir, you got it. You've earned it.
Yeah.
Miami has, if they don't make any changes, they can come back and be in that same position.
Oh, they can, but then they have to watch out for the Brooklyn Nets. You know, they got to watch out for the Celtics.
Yeah.
You know, so they gonna have some competition coming out the East.
But they ain't gonna be lackluster.
Nah. It's gonna be a battle for sure. And the East has always kind of been like, you know, well, we already know who's coming out of the East, you know, as opposed to the West. So
Toronto in the East still, the Bucks.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, all these teams now
in the East.
Yeah, but I don't know if it will change. You know, since they've been in the bubble, like I don't know, their games are gonna change, obviously.
Yeah,
because I mean, in the bubble, you ain't got no fans trying to heckle you. You know, or to distract them. So
yeah,
they not finna be making like 53 points. You know, you ain't gonna have like no bench player making like 53 points.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, it's gonna be different though. So,
but it's still a nice put together team.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler Hero, sir.
Yeah, Tyler Hero. Okay.
Bam Adebayo.
Out of the bayou, as Kendrick Perkins said.
Listen.
Out of the bayou. Oh yeah.
It's a squad.
Yeah.
It's a squad happening in Miami and it's brewing. It's something great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm liking that little squad. So
I like that.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they offer next year. And I feel bad for Jimmy. I feel bad for the team and Jimmy in particular because like he played his all. Not that the rest of the teammates did.
Right.
But Jimmy put that team on his back, especially in Game 5. Mm-hmm. And for them to lose like that, I was just like, I was rooting. See, I root for the underdog. I'm all about the underdog. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want the Lakers to win. Okay, I didn't want them to win, but because it was in honor of Kobe, I was just kind of like I was split. I was like, I want them to win for Kobe, but then I want Miami to Heat because I root for the under. I'm gonna go hard for the underdog. I was just kind of split. So I honestly, split. It didn't matter either way who won for real.
I wasn't split. I'm not saying that Miami didn't play well, but everybody knew where I stood.
Of course, you Laker Nation. Like
everybody knew where I stood.
But yeah, I was rooting heavy for the Heat. So, but
this was a hard fall series.
Yeah,
it was like Miami wasn't pulling no punches, like at all. So
now it's like the NBA's over. It's like,
I be on Twitter like, so I gotta legit just sit here and watch football. Like, where is the basketball?
Baseball's still on.
Yeah, baseball's still on, but it's not. Listen, no shade, but since the Cardinals is out, I'm not really. I don't really care who.
You ain't checking for the Rays and the.
I mean, we'll get to that because I don't really at this point because the Cardinals isn't playing. It's lackluster for me. It's kind of lackluster. But Miami, they fought hard. This was a hard.
They really did. I mean, everybody thought they, was gonna get swept.
No, I didn't think that at all.
Yeah.
Like who thought it was gonna be a sweep?
No, it was a lot of people who thought that the Lakers just was finna like steamroll the Heat.
I didn't think that at all.
Like, come on now.
No.
The way the Lakers were playing.
The way that Miami got the books out of her, it was no way it was gonna be a sweep.
No, I mean they had the people was look. In like the first couple of games, they was like, it may happen.
Miami.
But
okay, Lakers was up 2-0.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So yeah, people was like, yeah.
But I always say, do not speak too soon.
That's what I said. I'm off of the underdog.
You cannot speak too soon.
You can't count them out. And we said that before the series started. You cannot count the Heat out.
Oh, listen. You can never speak too soon. Like in a series, you have to win 4 games. So just because the Lakers was up 2-0, that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing.
Don't. Because we seen teams go 3-1 and lose the whole thing. So.
But I will say congrats to the Los Angeles Lakers on winning their 17th championship. They finna hang another banner.
They are tied with the Celtics now. So who's the best now? Who? We'll find out next season.
We'll find out.
Because, I mean, the Celtics, they playing pretty cool. You know, the Lakers might make it, to the finals,
Yeah.
So we want to see another Lakers Celtics. We could have had one this season, but the Celtics was playing around. We could have had a Celtics versus the Lakers. We could have. Oh,
I mean,
we got robbed.
Shout out to robbed.
We got robbed from that, man.
But shout out to LeBron. He was the Finals MVP.
Of course.
He won his 4th championship.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Listen, Anthony Davis played hard. I want to talk about playoff Rondo.
You want to talk about playoff Rondo? He been cutting up.
Rondo,
so he want to chip with the Celtics and the Lakers.
I was just gonna say that Rondo one of them players where he got a chip with the Celtics.
Okay,
and now he has one with the Lakers. Rondo, who do you side with? Rondo, who do you?
Come on, man.
Listen, because you cannot straddle that fence. That's a fence you cannot straddle. You have to pick a side. But listen, playoff Rondo. He came in and did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do. Came in clutch moments.
Shout out to him.
Yes.
And shout out to like the other key players like Dwight Howard, Caruso, Kyle Kuzma when he on some games because there was a few games he was making me mad. Yeah. Danny Green, listen, sir, I don't wish no ill will on that man. I think it's really bad how he took that shot in Game 5. And people were like sending his wife.
Yeah, they're sending them death threats.
That's a bit much. It's a game.
Y'all fans is horrible.
Y'all is horrible. It is a game.
It's not that serious.
It's not that deep. Like
it's not.
It's not like you winning.
Why y'all sending his wife death threats? What she do? Like, come on, y'all.
It's not that deep.
No, it's not.
It's not that deep. But I will say, like Danny Green, sir, I'm seeing you chunking up threes and you just.
Well. I mean, LeBron trusted him. So.
He did.
But LeBron, you, sir, you needed to make that shot, basically. Like, you just had to. When you had that ball, you should have took that shot. And we hear all the comparisons about LeBron and Kobe and my MJ. But to me, LeBron is not that player that's going to take that shot. He's not that kind of player. He's going to give it to his teammates. He ain't that type of player to make that shot. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised, but that he passed it, But LeBron, you could have took that shot. You could have took that shot. Just saying. Everybody else said the same thing. Like, he should have took that shot. Like, come on, bro.
Hey.
Like, down to the wire. If it was Kobe, he would have took that shot. If it was MJ, he would have took that shot. Like, F all y'all. I'm finna take this shot, and we finna win the game. Like, LeBron, he ain't got that mentality, bro. He just don't. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but, I mean, you a star player, though. You gotta make that shot.
I don't have nothing to say. I mean, it's because like where I stand about him. So like, I'm happy for him. Like I think he played well in this bubble. He played well in the playoffs.
We ain't taking that away from him. He played great.
It's just certain things like I just didn't agree with that he did. Right. Like when he walked out the court before the game ended. Like that was a lot.
That was a little petty. They'll being a sore loser.
But hey, it takes away nothing from like what you have accomplished and
No,
and what
not
you
at
earned.
all. Not at all.
But it was this was a great series, like overall.
Yeah. So now there's a question floating around. Like now that LeBron has won a championship with LA, does he have to beat the Celtics to cement his time in LA? Is it a rite of passage for him to beat the Celtics?
Not necessarily, no. I don't think so.
I mean, it would be fun, like I'm saying. I mean, next season.
I mean, I think that'll be a great series to watch. I'm not saying it won't be a great series because I think when you think of with it being like 17 Lakers and 17 championships with the Celtics, I think it'd be great to have a tiebreaker series because it's always gonna be like that mentality with them. Because it goes back to like the Larry Bird, like Magic Johnson days. It's always gonna be like that mentality with the Celtics.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but I don't think he has to.
With all the great Laker players and all the great Celtics players. Well, I'm speaking of the Lakers right now. So like all the great Laker players. So you got Magic Johnson, you got Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. They've all beat the Celtics. Playing with LA. So that's where the question comes from. Now that he has won a championship with LA, being a Laker,
yeah,
you need to win one beating the Celtics, sir.
I don't feel like this.
You probably don't think so, but it is kind of a rite of passage because everybody else has done it. So LeBron, you need to do it too. Okay.
But that only works if both teams make it to that.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think but I don't think this will cement him as this will put him in that like Laker like Mount Rushmore. It's not necessary. I don't think so. And it's only because it's not that deep. and that's just me because like I would love to see that rivalry because I watched like that rivalry in 2008, 9, and 10. It's not that deep.
No, but it'll be fun though.
It'll be fun. Oh, it'll definitely be fun.
Yeah. Yep. And so Anthony Davis is staying with the Lakers, of course.
Of course. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Why would you leave? You just won a championship. He's staying.
It asked the question though, like, will Dwight? Because I think he was on like a 1-year contract.
He was, yeah.
Is he going to stay? Mm-hmm. I'm sure he would like to stay. But then it brings about what is next season going to be. The Clippers will be back with a different coach who is going to be on
Tyronn Lue. Speaking of Tyronn Lue, yes. Yes, he's finalized a 5-year deal with the LA Clippers. Yeah. LeBron was on the team, so he's got some experience.
LeBron was the coach. LeBron was the coach.
Yeah, I would say that too. I would say that too. Not gonna lie.
He was the coach.
He was. Not gonna lie.
I mean,
but his name is attached to a coach position, and as a coach, he helped them to win the championship.
Yeah. But they'll be back, and so will Houston. But Houston will have a new coach because it won't be Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
And then you have other teams such as the Thunder will be back with Chris Paul. Golden State is going to be back because they will have both Clay
I'm interested in Golden State. I'm very interested.
And they will have Clay, Steph, and Draymond.
How they come back. Because, dude, they was horrible.
But they didn't have no shooters either.
I know. So I'm real interested in that team. I'm interested in I'm interested in 3 teams. I'm interested in the Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets, and the Brooklyn Nets.
Me too. I'm interested in the Warriors and the Nets more so. I just want to know, like, if whoever is going to coach them next, if that coach can teach them to be able to play defense as well, they're going to be a problem. Right. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Like, they already hit on all cylinders on offense. That is a given. That is a given. But if the coach can teach them to play defense at the other end, that's going to be a problem. Like, that's not even a question in my mind. That's going to be a problem. that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
For any team.
So, because Lou was actually in talks of being a coach for the Houston, but
he wants the Clippers.
Yeah. And he's still going to be in L.A. So, and then Chauncey Billups will serve as the lead assistant with Tyronn Lue on the Clippers. So, the
Clippers need to have a talk, a discussion, and just figure out what are we doing. Talk to some of y'all players. Like, have a real live discussion because, yeah, it's no way like they shouldn't have made it to at least the Western Conference Finals. I'm not saying that the Nuggets didn't deserve it, but yeah. I'm not saying the Nuggets didn't deserve it and like they didn't play well, but some discussions need to be had. Like you didn't show up at all in this game.
Who?
Paul George.
Oh, okay.
And it's not all on him, but you were one of the culprits. One of them. So some discussions need to be had. Yeah. But we start fresh. A new season will be starting. I don't know when.
Yeah.
We don't know if that season will start at the start of 2021 or because typically a new season will start around
right now,
around this time.
Yeah, we would be with
the season just ending. That's a lot. So,
I mean, it might have their. If they do it next year, they're gonna have less games, obviously. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. We shall see.
We shall see.
But I know these teams need rest, though. I mean, they can't just play the beginning of the season like they just got done.
They need rest. They need to do something. Yeah. And Giannis, his brother got a championship before him. That's been the running joke so far.
Shade. I saw that.
That's been the joke.
His brother, obviously, Giannis is happy for his brother.
Yeah, he welcomed him to Greece with all type of loud noises at the airport. Like he was excited for him. Like he was like, "Where's the trophy?" I watched the video. So hopefully, the Bucks come back strong next season too. I'm just ready for the new season to start because football isn't really my thing, as we all know.
Oh God,
it's just. I'm just, I mean, shout out to the Missouri Chiefs if you just want to go. It's the Missouri Chiefs. That's pretty much it. Baseball. So, a World Series has been set. The Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
Either city can be lit because the Los Angeles Lakers have So the Los Angeles Lakers have won a championship for the NBA, or in Tampa Bay, the Lightning have already won the Stanley Cup for the NHL.
Yeah.
So listen, Tampa Bay can be extra lit, or Los Angeles can be extra lit.
Hey, listen, Tampa Bay don't need to be no extra litty.
Florida needs to just
they need to sit down.
Because listen, if Tampa Bay wins, Florida gonna be it's gonna be a mess.
God.
It's gonna be a mess.
Sit down.
Tampa
we
Bay
cool on Tampa.
We cool on we cool on them Rays. All right, come on Dodgers. Come on Dodgers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
on Mookie Betts.
It's gonna, and this is listen. The Tampa Bay Rays have been playing some pretty good baseball. I heard. My Cardinals just got to get it together.
I know. I need them back in championship. They need to be contenders again. I can't.
We haven't won a championship since 2011.
Woo!
That's 10 years.
Oh, it's 9, but almost.
Almost. Man.
Yeah, I need them to get back to.
It's coming. It's coming. I feel it. It's coming. Well, great episode.
Yeah.
We gave y'all some updates. We talked about some old stuff. Well, not old, but it was already happened.
So no more basketball for right now. We got to help y'all on this football. We got to help y'all. Dad, don't be like that. We got to help y'all on this baseball coming up. So
and the NCAA the football is already starting. I know basketball finna start for the NCAA. So shout out to those teams. I'll be watching.
Nope.
Y'all know who I root for. I'm Connecticut women's basketball. Yeah, I'm excited. And we will let y'all know whenever we know when new seasons are gonna start as far as NBA. because the WNBA, they typically don't start until May anyway. So it's more so when is the NBA going to start back, because like they would be playing around now. So I'm looking out for that.
Yeah.
If you don't already, make sure you please follow us on the Instagram. The Instagram, it is WDWKAS.
And our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO number 1.
I'm sorry, it's WDWKAS podcast. That's the Instagram. That is also the YouTube. It is WDWKAS podcast. As always, I'm Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?